So this is actually going to be an update to a previous story that I did about this whole squatting situation that actually took place in, I believe it was California. So before we get into this video, y'all know the drill. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. And now let's get into this video. So here is the previous video that I did. Okay, this is what it looked like. Woman squats in home. 500 days, y'all. 500 days does not pay a dime. Y'all, she is what I would call a serial squatter. Okay, I have an article here and it says Airbnb renter who would not leave the Brentwood home is finally removed.
Wow.
Whew. Her name is Emily Hirschhorn, referred to as the tenant from HE Double Hockey Sticks, has been forced out of the Brentwood Airbnb rental she had been staying in since 2021.
That's crazy.
Hirschhorn was escorted out of the guest house by police after she had been living there rent free for 575 days, y'all.
Woo,
wow. Imagine not having to pay rent for that long.
Say
Before
that.
moving out, she refused to leave unless she received $100,000 for the relocation costs. So that's the thing. Okay. So she moved into this Airbnb and he was like, yeah, because she was going to do a long stay. He was like, okay, cool, and he's a doctor or whatnot, and he lives, I'm assuming, in like a guest house right next to it or something like that. Okay, seemed like he was relatively close, because they would say hi, how are you doing in the morning, and all that other stuff. So apparently his house was not up to code for renting out purposes, and it was not up to code, or he had to get it fixed for her. So he was like, okay, well, I could go ahead and, I could go and get you a hotel for like 2 or 3 days or whatever the case would have been. I'm going to get you a hotel and you could stay there while I get this renovated. No. Okay. Well, I could open up my own personal home and you could stay in one of the rooms over there while I get this renovated. No. Well, this has to get renovated. So where are you going to be? Well, I'm staying here. Well, they can't do it if you're in the house. Well, that's your problem. What? So then, I think it was either she or I think she took him to court, and they were like, "Oh, well, we're gonna have to fine you because your stuff isn't up to snuff." And he's like, "Well, I can't do it if she's not allowing me in my own property." And they're like, "Well, I mean, this is like kind of hers now." And they're like, "What?" So it was a whole bunch of crazy stuff. She refused to let him in constantly. She even said like, oh, he's harassing me because he wants me to stay in his house. He's like, lady, I just want to do the renovations. Because one time he did go into the house and he seen there was mold that was not there before. Allegedly, is what he said. There was mold and there was certain things that the house was essentially deteriorating. He's like, but she ain't been here that long for all this stuff to be happening, so it was a whole bunch that was going on. She refused everything, and then she was like, oh, well, if you want me to move, I mean, you gonna have to pay me $100,000, boo. And he's like, what? I just want to clean the place up and renovate it, get it up to code and all that. Well, no, I mean, you're gonna have to pay me $100,000. He said, I'm not doing that. She's like, well, I'm staying here. So that's what happened. And apparently, in my last video, I told you she has done this in the past as well. Okay. She knows what she's doing. She'll pick out certain places, look at the codes and all this kind of stuff. Be like, oh, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to say, oh, it's a fire hazard. I can't do it. Okay, let's continue. Hirschhorn's attorney previously told the Los Angeles Times that she was not required to pay rent because the city had never approved the unit for occupancy and that its shower was constructed without a permit. Jovanovic is the person who's renting out the place. Okay, he said Jovanovic claimed that Hirschhorn also would not let him into the unit to bring everything up to code. But then the city's like, well, I mean, you still got to get up to code. And he's like, but she won't let me in. How can I get in? Well, that's on you. What? Because if he goes in there, then it's going to be trespassing. Y'all, Jovanovic's guest house was never properly licensed as a rental on Airbnb. And since Hirschhorn stayed there for at least 6 months, Jovanovic could not evict her because of the just cause ordinance in LA. Y'all, she knew, okay, I could go ahead and do this. I'm not going to pay. I don't know how you got away with not paying, because they said that she didn't pay. I don't know how you got away with not paying, though. That's what I don't get. A month goes by and you didn't pay? Unless she put some phony baloney card on there. Because, Airbnb, they take part out and then they get the other half or whatever. So I'm wondering if she did that and maybe the funds didn't go through. But, I mean, that's 6 months, though. Both parties have filed lawsuits against each other, but Jovanovic's attorney filed a notice of voluntary dismissal of prejudice in Los Angeles County Superior Court regarding the eviction notice. While the judge granted the request to dismiss the eviction case, the lawsuit regarding damages against Hirschhorn is ongoing. Okay? It's unclear if Hirschhorn has moved out permanently or plans to return. The locks have been changed, and her attorneys was like, you see, what you change the locks for? You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. No one else gets to live for free. Okay? You got people who are living in New York. They're living in a room the size that I'm in right now. And this is their house or whatever. They're paying $500 a month for this. And you think that you could just live in a guest house, a nice guest house, and not have to pay anything? Y'all, and then it's just, I get why they had the whole squatting laws. And that was to actually protect people who were being wrongfully evicted or whatever. Okay, it was actually to protect legitimate persons. But now it has gotten to a point where you have people who are just, they're just trying to trick the system. And it's successful because we've seen countless dang stories about these scammers, these squatters, just chilling in people's homes. And they're like, well, what you gonna do about it? And it's like, yeah, woo, chat, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, if I got money, what I want to do renting, and I'm like, yeah, it's just, I don't know if I want to do that, because it's just, you got too many crazy folks out here, yo, who they're just trying to make $1. You know what I mean? They're just trying to get over on you, just because they know that they can, because the way that certain laws are written. But let me know what y'all think. Whew, this got me heated, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about said story. Hello. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would appreciate if you could leave a comment down below, and also do not forget to like and subscribe. I would also appreciate if you could support me at latricelimited.com. This is my own personal small business where I sell bath and body wellness items, such as I have bath bombs, I have soaps, candles, essential oil blends, sleep eye masks, and a whole bunch more. I'm actually going to show you 2 featured products. So this one is my candle. Okay, this is my vanilla wood wick candle. As you can see, there's wood in there, and it gives a nice crackling sound. It's like a bonfire, a campfire, but in your house, yo. Smells so freaking good. This, my sweet roses, are my top scents for me personally. I also have soap. So this one right here is this nice cool water soap that I have. It's more of a masculine, sexy scent. So I would greatly appreciate if you could go and support me. And now I hope you have a good day.